I'm Catherine Watson. I'm a teacher at Meridian Ranch Elementary, and I teach 4th grade. The classroom environment is one of the most important things to me. I think if students have a positive environment to work in and they know that they can interact with their peers without being put down or laughed at or those things, they are able to take more risks and raise their hand, and even if they don't have the answer. So we do put in a lot of work at the beginning of the year to make sure that students know how to interact with each other. So respect is, I say, it's my #1 rule, and everything goes back to kindness and respect. So we have a lot of conversations about that, but also we make sure that students, with the respect, know it's respectful to raise my hand if I need to answer, or those kinds of things. So just making sure that they're following those expectations, and each student signed the classroom agreement saying, I'm going to follow these rules, and if I don't, then I understand that there's consequences, but I agree that these things are needed for a good classroom environment for it to work well. But that being said, I do actually have a lot of chatty students and very active students, and so I try to think about the group as I'm doing lessons. So there's a lot of kind of choral responses, giving them the opportunity to respond and get some of that talking out when they need to, or they have turn and talk times to be able to share their thinking. We use some hand signals, so we say me too, so if they had the same thought, they can show me that they were thinking the same thing. So a lot of it has been trying to give them the opportunity to still talk about their learning, but just in an appropriate way. Every now and then, the students definitely have trouble, focusing or following those classroom expectations. So there are times where I just need to stop and say, okay, what are we doing right now that isn't following the expectations that we set? And so I have them answer, and someone will raise their hand and they'll say, we were talking out of turn, or we were talking with partners when it wasn't partner time, or so I want them to take accountability for it, and for them to know that it's their choices that they're making, and choices and expectations they've agreed to. So yeah, we do have to bring it back, but once we do that, they're normally able to get back on the page that we need them on, so we can keep going.